to watch this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new punk rock videos every week and tap the bell to get notified when new videos drop. My name is Erin Micklow, and I'm here with Lee Wilson from Infa Riot. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. At my age, I'm alive, which is a good day.
So I saw you guys a couple years ago when I was in London, and I went to that show at the New Cross Inn, and it was kind of funny because that was when my channel had just started. This was 2 years ago. I had only done like 3 interviews at that point, and I told you that night, I was like, I'm gonna get you on my channel, and now here we are 2 years later.
Yes, you can dream. You dreamt big. I'm here. And it's become reality.
Well, so let's talk about back in 1980, you were pressured. You were pressured, right, to change the band's name at that time, and then it was like the band eventually broke up because of it. Can you talk about that? It was something like there were a lot of riots.
Yeah, it wasn't. It isn't. You read about these things, and it isn't as it's scripted as that. It kind of just evolved like that. Why did the band change their name? Yes, there was a lot of trouble at every show we did. We couldn't play in London because it was just too much trouble. It's just the way it was then. So they advised us, a record company, which was wrong because they were older people and we were very young, and we listened to them, and it was a disaster really, but I'll live with it. And may I apologize to people for it. I feel the shame to this day.
Well, so in that time though, it was something like, wasn't it Mency from Angelic Upstarts that kind of helped come up with the name Infas?
No. He helped us at the very start. The name was our name, mine and Barry's. It was our own name, our own songs, everything like that. But people used to call us that just to abbreviate it.
Infas.
Rather than just call us Infas. So it kind of stuck. A bit like a nickname you get at school.
Yeah.
It's one of those nicknames that stuck.
Yeah.
But we've never used it since. We're banned from using that now.
Why?
Because we don't want to be known as that no more because of that album. But a lot of the bands at that time changed and softened it, and it was of the time, you know. And now we're looking back, it was a mistake. Yeah. But we live by it.
Yeah.
We live by it. But we're back.
Well, he asked me the questions, sat in myself. Eating for days, it was nothing but hell. Kept me inside for a whole 1 week. When I got out, I shot.
So have the times kind of changed here in England where the shows aren't so violent anymore? It seems like back then it was scary.
It's much more organised now, you know. It's more organised. Around Europe as well, because we have companies like EasyJet, Ryanair, and we have the open border thing, so we can travel to Germany or France and play shows. It's much easier, much more organised now.
Yeah.
I mean, originally back in '82, I think we played in Greece and Athens. They had 1 flight a week out of London because it was a military-run country then.
Yeah.
So we had to stay a whole week for 1 show. Now there's probably 10 flights a day there, so it's much easier now.
Yeah.
It is more organised now. It's much better run now. Like a festival like this. I mean, it's probably the biggest punk festival in the world, indoor one anyway.
Yeah.
So this wouldn't have been able to exist back then.
Yeah.
So.
Was there a time what did you do in the time between the band getting back together? I mean, there was like 25 years there.
28 years.
28.
28 years.
So what were you doing in that time? Did you have other projects you were working on?
Nope. I've only ever been a one-band man. I'm not a musician. I wrote lyrics and I sing, or rant, or whatever you want to call it. But I've never been in any other band. I'm a very loyal person like that.
So what were you doing?
10-woman man in a one-band man.
Oh, shit.
No, I lived in Spain for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
In 2000, I went for a week's holiday and stayed 10 years. And I come back in 2010. And I hadn't spoke to Barry for 25 years.
Yeah.
He moved somewhere else. And it was a strange thing because I never knew the Captain Oi stuff existed. I had no idea whatever. Yeah. And a friend of mine said we were owed royalties from Captain Oi. Really? So I rung them Yeah, checks it in front of me. Within that, a week later, he said, do you want to buy a big festival, meaning Rebellion? What's Rebellion? I had no idea because I was living in another country.
Yeah.
So I got in contact with Bowery and it's evolved since then. And we're having a much better time this time, much better.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place and we love going to America and we've been all over. It's been great. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, it's funny how you can build something so many years ago, and then, you know, you kind of take a rest and you go and you live your life, and then what you built is now, it's like, you're legends.
I don't know about that. But the strange thing is that we had no idea that the music had traveled to other countries.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is if we started playing in Germany, which we never played before, all these youngsters in older people, they knew every word. We had no idea. So the songs have actually held themselves together up quite well.
Yeah.
When you think, when we started, Barry, the guitarist, was 15 and I was just 17. So Still Out of Order was wrote when we were that young.
Yeah.
But the songs have held up quite well. That's probably, for me personally, that's my most proudest moment, that the songs have held up pretty good. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, they're classic songs, you know.
What about that? Steady on. No. But that's not for me to say because I don't know, because I know them from the very beginning.
Yeah.
How they evolve. So it's not my opinion to say that. Are they good songs? I don't get bored singing them. I always enjoy singing them. To this day, I still enjoy it, yeah.
What a fucking tune!
So was it hard for you then to move back? Obviously, you're back in England now from living in Spain. Were you just like, oh, I'm over it, fuck Spain? Or?
No, the first year was difficult because I moved back just for the winter.
Yeah.
And I forgot how cold it could be in England. But now it's normal again because I am English. By the way, I'm very much English.
Somebody was telling me I was saying British, and they're like, no, we're English. It's a difference.
We're not really. There's not really a difference. We only say to the Scottish or Irish that we're English. Otherwise, we're British. Of course, we are. That's all it is. Because they'll tell you in no uncertain terms that they're Scottish.
So I do want to ask about your latest album. So let's bring in the rest of the guys.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, boys. So I do want to ask you guys about your latest album, Old and Angry, that was released in 2017. And what went into making that kind of as a new group, and what was the process for you guys?
I'll tell you what about the new album, what it is. Basically, the new album was what the second album would have sounded like years ago if we'd have done it ourselves instead of basically, yeah. Yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do. Eventually.
Definitely better production quality.
No, it's not that. I mean, we did a second album years ago, the ill-fated Infa Riot second
The
album.
Infa's what he means, yeah.
And the Infas, yeah. And if we'd have had our own way at the time, that's what we would have done. All we did was wait 30 years and redo it. So, you know, that's basically what it is.
So how long did it take you guys to make the album? Where did you record it? And did you work with any producers on it, or did you kind of do it yourselves?
We were still writing the album when we were recording it. Some of the songs were written in the studio.
Yeah.
We just sent Lee across the road to a cafe.
Yeah, I leave everything
Very
to the last
scribbled
minute.
out
All my
the
lyrics are the
lyrics.
very last minute. Absolutely.
Yeah, because he likes to work under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
And that's how it came together,
But
really.
we didn't want the lyrics written on a calf menu, but that's just the way it was, like, you know.
Yeah.
that because that was now 2 years ago? Do you guys have any plans to make more new music, or you just?
I want to. I definitely want
Yeah,
to.
probably when we're about 25. Yeah, when we're about 97, we'll probably do another album.
Lee, we can't do another album in 2 years. Don't be silly.
So if that one was called Old and Angry, if you're going to be 97, what? God. Almost dead.
Yeah, we'll call it the "Sit Down Permanently on the Toilet" album. Yeah, we'll call our next album. I didn't quite make it to the loo, you know. So
Yeah.
So with you guys, since you said he's kind of last minute with coming up with the lyrics, have you guys started working on anything, and then you'll pressure him, or?
yeah, I mean, Chris there, for instance. I mean, Chris, before he did the album to write, he has to go to Sunday meditation classes to find his chi in his zone that he has to start writing.
feng shui.
No, not at all. Listen, it's punk rock, you know. It can't. Whatever you do, you throw it all up in the air, and it just comes out. And that's basically how it works. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we're not Beethoven or Lennon McCartney. You just throw it up in the air, swing if you can. Hang on a minute, let's bit that with that and that. Bit like a jigsaw puzzle, Lego, and that's how it works in most bands. Right?
Kiss
like
My Arse was one of the songs that just came in rehearsal session. It was 5 minutes? You came up with a riff.
Yeah.
Lee started putting some words to it.
It just happened that Chris was kissing Lee's arse at the time. We thought, fuck me, that's a great song.
That's a good song.
But unluckily for us, it's never going to be that big that we can all retire on it. You know.
So
Do you know what? The process is exactly the same as the first album, just years later, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly the same process. We come up with ideas and we just try it. If it works, we do it. That's what we do.
Yeah, we come up with ideas and then they all listen to me, basically.
Yeah. If we did, the album would still be on one track.
Which is true.
So what do you guys have planned for the rest of the year? Do you have any plans?
Yeah, we got this month we normally do one charity cancer gig a year. Show, sorry for people in America. So we got that next month. We got Brittany, Scotland, but this year we've been to Vegas, Canada. We've had a good year. We've enjoyed it. And long may it rain. We'll keep on going. We'll keep on going. As long as they can't stick the charges on us, we can get into these places. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
What about the 100 Club gig with the business as well?
Oh, we got the 100 Club gig, with the business reunion, 21st, week before Christmas, or 4 days before Christmas. So we got that. Yeah, it's good. It's all right. Yeah, we're enjoying it. We're not going to make a lot of money. We're not going to be rich, but we enjoy it.
Well, but that's what it's all about, you know.
It's a nuts.
It's a hobby. We enjoy it, and as long as people come to see us and they enjoy it, that's good enough for us.
That's why we do it. Exactly.
That's why we do it.
All right, guys, I'll close with that. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
You're more than welcome.
I'm excited to see you play tonight.
Do we get paid for this?
No.
Do we get?
We got no more time. We've already got a certain amount of time. They're like fucking dealing with 1940 Germany. Oh, that's why we all taking. But you know what? Fucking thank you.
We are Infa Riot, and you are watching Lost Rockers TV.
But he asked me the question, sat in myself. Eating for days, it was nothing but hell. Kept me inside for a whole 1 week. When I got out, I shot.